My fourth and final speech is also my other persuasive one, and this is on gay and lesbian adoption. My speech is based on behalf that gay and lesbian adoption is morally wrong. Children today should be raised by a mother and a father, and one cannot play both roles. This is definitely a controversial issue that is on the rise and becoming more and more common every day. Abby Rutter, a therapist, lesbian, and adoptive mother, acknowledges that children will be teased and takes great pains to prepare her gay and lesbian clients for some of the problems their children will face. She feels that families should have a plan for dealing with society's attitude towards them. She says that children with gay or lesbian parents should be taught when it's okay to tell people and when not to. A family doesn't have to be out all of the time. My 9-year-old has become very adept at knowing when to tell people that she has 2 mommies. Why would someone want to put this huge responsibility on a young child? If this is someone's lifestyle, why would they be ashamed to tell people? These are 2 of the many questions that should be taken into consideration before Americans agree on the issue of gay and lesbian adoption in the United States. Society has come a long way in what we are now accepting, the fact that children have 2 mothers or 2 fathers. What happened to 1 man and 1 woman? Will this factor of normalcy eventually die out? This is one issue I feel very strongly about. Therefore, I have 3 main points that I would like to address to make my beliefs clearer. Point number 1. Same-sex parenting has the potential to eventually deconstruct humanity. How can a homosexual couple provide the benefits of a mother and a father the same way a heterosexual couple could? Same-sex parenting deprives children of a mother and father. The most loving mother in the world can't teach a little boy how to be a man. Likewise, the most loving father can't teach a little girl how to become a woman. In homosexual situations, the child does not receive adequate care compared to children in heterosexual situations. When it comes to the powerful aspect of love, a homosexual man can't teach his son how to love a woman, and a lesbian cannot teach her daughter what to look for in a good husband. Take something as sensitive as a menstrual cycle. A gay couple will not be able to guide their daughter through this experience. Unlike a mother, they would be able to sympathize with their daughter and share her first experience. Not only is this issue morally right, it has the potential to have Not only is this issue morally wrong, it has the potential to have horrific side effects in today's children. For example, take the issue of child abuse. Research reveals that child abuse is at its lowest when children live with both biological parents. Abuse rates are highest for children who live with at least one non-biological parent or caregiver. Same-sex parenting situations make it impossible for a child to live with both biological parents, thus increasing the risk of abuse. Point number 2. Our society prizes what seems fair rather than what's normal. This distorted view of humanity is presented as the norm to satisfy the latest demands for equality. I'm sure that most parents can attest to the fact that life isn't fair in every sense of the word. We have roadblocks thrown at us, and the path through life is difficult, but this is what makes us stronger people in the end, right? America's problems would increase even more if all the government did was try to please everyone. As Americans, we are considered a spoiled country. We have it so good that we don't realize it until it's stripped away from us. Now Americans suddenly don't think it's fair that gays and lesbians should adopt. Whatever select Americans may think or perceive, many things in the world, especially America, aren't fair, and many people should have learned to live with it. Yes, these people consider it a lifestyle, and therefore they should not be degraded, but they are not taking into consideration who is the most important deciding factor: the children. What will become of us, the people, if this becomes the norm? Will children continue to be ridiculed and abused because of this? This issue is something that is growing in severity, and children today are paying the price. Point number 3. In public schools today, children are, and continue to be, criticized and or harassed because of the orientations of their mothers or fathers. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, children in 48 of the 52 families, about 92%, mentioned one or more problems. There were approximately 213 problems that were scored, including hypersexuality, instability, molestation, and domestic violence. Children that attributed 201, about 94%, to their homosexual parents. One young boy shared his difficulties of coping with it at school. I get angry because I can't tell anyone about my mom. The kids at school would laugh. They say awful things about lesbians. Then they make fun of me. Having lesbian mothers is nothing to laugh about. I have told my mother that she has made my life difficult. How can someone stand to put their children through this? Yes, this gives no right for children to be making fun if it's not the children's doing, but young children are cruel, and often they don't know better. Children are ultimately paying the price for the parents' responsibilities. A child could easily feel violated because they feel that they can't interfere with their parents' life, almost like they don't exist. This is no way to treat a child, and children should not have to grow up in any kind of environment such as this. As with any environment, there are always two sides. As with any argument, there are also two sides. There are 3 points I would like to address here as well. Point number 1. The United States has many children waiting to be adopted, older children and children with special needs. These children are currently in foster homes with gay and lesbian couples out there waiting to adopt them, but many agencies are turning them away. This seems to be unfair to these children who are patiently waiting for permanent, stable homes. Point number 2. Many people in the United States don't live with two married parents. According to a 2000 census, about 24% of homes were comprised of a married mother and father with the children living in the home. However, courts scattered across the United States, such as Florida, argue that children are better off raised in a two-parent heterosexual household. Although scientific studies show that children who grow up in one or two parent gay or lesbian households fare just as well socially and emotionally as children whose parents are heterosexual. Though this census was conducted roughly about 10 years ago, I'm sure that this number has since decreased to maybe about 15% of children living with a married mother and father. This point just goes to show that this issue is getting worse, and children are still out there waiting to be adopted, and the more that we think about it, more and more children are being deprived of a secure home. Point number 3. There is no specific legal reason why gays and lesbians should be denied the right to adopt. The controversial law only hurts the children and diminishes their chances of ever being adopted. Not only is this hurting the children, it's hurting the couples who might not be able to have children on their own. Why are we depriving these poor innocent children just because of sexual orientation? There's simply no legitimate reason why. These people are humans too and should be treated like any other married heterosexual couple. There's no doubt that these couples should provide a safe and thriving home for children waiting for parents. As I have already stated, there has not been enough research that clearly shows children have benefited from same-sex families. As I have also already stated, a man has no business mothering a daughter, and a woman has no business fathering a son. There is also no basis to where this has all started. Of course, creation has been here since the beginning of time, and these laws are just being passed in states now. There's definitely not enough evidence that proves how well a child will perform educationally, occupationally, earning income, and in other aspects of life. In every situation that I look at regarding this subject, children should be the #1 priority, and right now it doesn't look that way. Think of this problem as a snowball effect. Now, everything regarding this subject is kept pretty quiet, and it's not legalized in every state. But if we all imagine 20 or 30 years from now, what will we expect? The snowball will keep increasing in size until we finally realize it, and then suddenly it's a problem. As a society, I don't think that we are fully aware of the consequences might be. Our children are being put in danger. What will happen if this chain moves on any further?